Agatha Raisin by M.C. Beaton. Dramatised for radio by David Semple. Starring Penelope Keith as Agatha. Episode 2. The Body in the Bathroom.
Oh, Lord. I came to this village for a quiet life. Now I'm stuck in a bathroom with a dead woman.
Welcome to Carsley. We do seem to have more than our share of the dearly departed.
She looks quite peaceful, though, sitting there with a book in her hand.
Well, she was a librarian. Even in death she looks as if she's glaring at us to be quiet.
The police are taking their time, aren't they?
Probably stuck behind a tractor. Not that they can do much here.
I suppose not. I hope when I go I'm alone and peaceful with a good book beside me. Oh, look. It's the new Maeve Binchy.
What's that in her other hand?
Agatha, I really don't think you should touch her.
She's holding something. I'm going to try and wrench it out.
Agatha, that's an appalling thing to do. Don't you dare.
It's a syringe.
Thank you for listening to me.
Don't worry, I'll put it back.
With your fingerprints all over it.
I hadn't thought of that. Insulatard flexipen.
Oh, that'll be insulin. Was she diabetic?
She must have been. But what if it wasn't insulin? What if someone substituted some poison?
Oh, you're not still trotting out conspiracy theories, are you?
James, last night she said she knew something about Paul Bladen and asked me to come and see her, but someone else got here first.
I find it so hard to follow your train of thought. I'm not even sure if thought is the right word. You do come out with these extraordinarily lurid theories.
Well, then you give me a better one.
Righto. She's in the bathroom, administering her daily injection, but she's so engrossed in this very exciting book, she accidentally injects an air bubble.
You really haven't read much Maeve Binchy, have you?
No, I'm more of a John le Carré man myself.
Why can't you see that there is something very sinister going on here?
2 tragic accidents in 1 week. It's sad, but it isn't sinister.
Has the world gone mad? Or is it just me?
Probably a combination of the two.
A vet is found dead with a syringe full of tranquilizer, and the police insist it was accidental. He must have fallen on it.
Needle stick injuries are very common in the medical profession.
And the next week we find a woman dead in exactly the same way, and somehow you managed to pin the blame on Maeve Binchy.
I am just saying, don't jump to any conclusions.
James, how many people have to die before you start to see a pattern? When the whole of the Carsley Ladies' Society is slumped on the floor with a cake in one hand and a syringe in the other? Oh. And that'll be the police. No doubt they'll agree with your version of events.
Well, Mrs. Raisin, I am very disappointed in you.
Bill, what have I done now?
If you'd only told us what you knew last night, Mrs. Josephs might still be alive.
If I told you last night, you wouldn't have believed a word of it.
Hang on. Are you implying that her death might have been deliberate?
We are currently investigating the possibility. Forensics have taken away the syringe for analysis.
Oh, yes. Can I just mention, I did actually touch that syringe.
You did what?
I took it out of her hand. But I did put it back.
And may I just point out, I did everything in my power to dissuade her from this course of action. I said it was ill-advised, but she wouldn't listen.
Shut up, James.
Of all the interfering, bungling amateurs.
It was a moment of panic.
We'll have to take your fingerprints. And then I want the pair of you to go home, find yourself a hobby, and don't get into any more trouble.
Message received. Loud and clear. Rest assured, as soon as we've left the station, I shall be straight back home, on with my book, and leave police business to the professionals.
I do think Bill Wong's got a cheek. When I think of everything I've done for him...
Agatha, will you remind me why I'm squelching my way through country lanes with a large black bin bag?
You're looking for evidence. Now, we're not allowed to be nosy. But if we just happen to be 2 volunteers combing the hedgerows for litter...
What on earth makes you think we're going to find any evidence?
Do you never read detective novels? What is the first thing a murderer does immediately after the crime?
I don't know. Twirls his moustache, retires to his opium den.
He dumps the murder weapon. He can't risk being caught with it.
So what exactly are we looking for? A blood-splattered knitting needle? Or has he left a signed photo with the words, "I did it, honestly"?
I don't know. Pills, potions, anything that could be thrown from a car window.
Oh, Agatha, we're both wasting our time. So far, we have no evidence at all of foul play.
Then get down on your knees and find something.
Oh, I do not get down on my knees for you or anybody else. And at this point, I really feel we should listen to Detective Constable Wong and go home before we're charged with obstructing police business.
Typical. When I heard an ex-soldier had moved in next door, I thought at long last a man of action, instead of which you turn out to be a pompous, pedantic, whinging, wittering, public school-educated waste of space.
Right. But does it? I have never been so insulted in my entire life.
You must have been, surely.
Mrs. Raisin, I was not put on this earth to be your slave. I'm going home for a cup of tea and the Daily Telegraph crossword. Someone does! Oh, bastard buckeration.
James, are you all right?
What do you think? I've now fallen in a ditch. This is unlikely to go down as the happiest day of my life.
Hold on, I'll pull you out.
No, please don't you bother. I know what would happen. You would fall in. And the only thing worse than being stuck in a ditch is being stuck in a ditch with you.
All right. I'll go and get my car and we'll go home.
Agatha,
James.
this poison you were looking for. Do you think it could be found in a small brown bottle with the word immobilon on the label?
Let me have a look.
Just by my feet.
James, you are a genius. If you weren't covered in mud, I'd climb down there and kiss you.
Yes, well, I am, so please don't.
Whatever you do, don't touch the bottle.
No, of course not. That would be the action of a headstrong idiot.
I'm just going to phone Bill Wong. I know he said not to interfere, but I think he'll change his mind when he sees this.
Right. That's it. I just pulled myself out. Oh, dear.
I can't seem to get a signal.
Well, I'm not surprised. Don't you read the local paper?
Only if I'm in it. Why? What did I miss?
Well, they're going to build a mast here, but the village has organised a petition to stop them spoiling an area of natural beauty.
Honestly, some people are so selfish. Well, I'll go to the Red Lion. I'm sure they've got a payphone.
Right. I'll see you at home later.
No, James, you have to stay here and guard the evidence.
I beg your pardon? Why should that be my job?
You used to be a soldier. Pretend you're on sentry duty.
But look at the clouds. I'm going to get wet.
You're already wet. I'll be back soon with the police.
Mrs. Raisin, I've other things to do. My book on the Peninsular War won't write itself. I've got so many things to worry about. The death of Napoleon. Siege of Saragossa.
Oh, hello there, Mrs. Raisin.
Mrs. Huntingdon.
We've just heard the news about dear Mrs. Josephs. Oh, poor thing. She was looking a little frail last night.
Mrs. Josephs was in perfect health until someone broke into her house and killed her.
Oh, dear. You're not still acting out your little Miss Marple fantasies,
For your information, I have just found the poison the killer used.
No.
Yes. Now, where's the payphone?
Oh, it's just at the end of the bar, but someone's using it.
Oh, get a move on.
You can't be serious, then. How do you know it's poison you found?
We don't at the moment. That's why we need the police to confirm it.
Who's we?
Myself and James Lacey.
Oh, are you still trying for that little flirtation with him? It's so nice when someone has a fling later on in life.
Yes. Although with your alcohol consumption, I doubt you'll live long enough for many more.
Touché.
In any case, James and I are next-door neighbours, nothing more.
Well, I don't blame you. When I first met him, I thought, ooh, a colonel. How exciting. How does that song go? There's something about a soldier. Well, I looked everywhere for it, but I couldn't find it.
Well, James has been a bachelor so long, he's not going to throw himself at just anybody.
Anyway, I've got bigger fish to fry than James Lacey. I've bumped into an old flame, and we're giving things a second chance.
Much as I would love to discuss your emotional ups and downs, the phone is now free, and I have a life.
You're wasting your time with him. All he cares about is that wretched book. I mean, I've been with married men before, but not one who was married to Napoleon.
Hello, Bill. It's Agatha. We've got something for you.
Now, Mrs. Raisin, I thought I said something about staying at home and finding yourself a hobby.
I found one, keeping the Cotswolds tidy.
A likely story? Anyhow, I'm glad you saw sense this time and let us in on your little detective games.
Don't patronise me. This bottle is going to solve the case for you, and it's all thanks to me. Oh, and James, who's standing in the rain looking after it.
So whereabouts did you leave it?
Well, it was somewhere around here. I recognise those stinging nettles and the abandoned supermarket trolley. Pull in at this lay-by.
All right.
I'm sure it was here. It must have been.
What's that sticking out of the roadside?
Where?
Down there. Little flag or something.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's go and have a look. Mrs. Raisin, are you sure this is where you left him?
This is definitely the place.
It looks like he got fed up of waiting. He's tied his handkerchief here to mark the spot.
Give me that handkerchief. I shall use it to throttle him. Anyway, the bottle's just down there,
Whereabouts?
in the ditch, and try not to fall in.
All right, I can see it.
And
That little bottle is what is commonly known as Newcastle Brown Ale.
but it was a medicine bottle. I saw it with my own eyes.
Well, maybe it's time you got down to the opticians. Don't worry, Mrs. Raisin. It's an easy enough mistake to make.
What the hell do you think you were doing?
Oh, good afternoon, Mrs. Raisin. Do come in.
I told you to stay put until the police got there.
You know, until I moved to this village, I really believed in the concept of free will.
And will you turn off that racket?
That so-called racket is the greatest composer who ever lived. Oh, thank you so much for turning off my stereo. I find it so hard to manage those little buttons. And by all means, do have a seat.
Oh, do you mind if I smoke?
You can do anything you like if it shortens your life expectancy.
Our one chance of proving it was murder. And you not only abandon the evidence, you leave a helpful little sign so the killer can come back and dispose of it properly.
I had no intention of freezing to death just so you could prove your crackpot theory. And do you mind not flicking ash on my aspidistra?
Oh, sod your aspidistra. When we found your carefully knotted handkerchief, the bottle of poison was not only gone, it had been replaced by a bottle of beer.
Oh.
Precisely. Oh.
So, whoever did that must have guessed that we were on their tail.
The sheer brilliance of the military mind never ceases to amaze me. Now, let's go through the facts. First, Paul Bladen is killed.
Well, that's debatable.
Then Mrs. Joseph says she knows his secret, and by the next day she's dead too. Do you have a black sweater?
If there's one thing I love, it's a non sequitur.
And you'll need black shoes, black trousers, and if possible, a balaclava.
Whatever for?
We're going to break into Paul Bladen's house.
Well, I managed to remove one of the hinge pins.
Take your time. No one can see us.
Will you just remind me how you persuaded me to do this? Was it hypnosis? Did you slip a capsule or something into my gin and tonic?
James, you're doing this because deep down you know it's the right thing to do.
So breaking into someone's house is an act of moral virtue, is it? I obviously wasn't paying attention in my religious education classes. Ah, right. That's it.
At last. Now, give me the torch.
You're sure this place is empty?
He lived on his own. To the best of my knowledge, the only family was his brother, and he lives on the other side of Evesham.
You don't have to make so much mess.
How am I going to find anything if I don't empty the drawers? The estate agents can tidy up. Let those parasites earn their exorbitant fees.
And what are the estate agents reported as a burglary?
Don't you read the papers? The police don't solve crime nowadays. They just offer victim support. James, look. What do you make of this?
It's a betting slip.
There are 2 drawers full of them.
Let me see. Mrs. Joseph's dog. 2 milligrams of domitor administered. Odds, survival 5 to 1. Instant death 3 to 2. Comatose 5 to 4.
Mrs. Joseph's dog. Paul was a vet, and he took bets on whether animals would live or die.
Question is, who was he betting with?
Well, I hardly think he arranged it with Ladbrokes.
No. It must all have been carried out in secret, like badger baiting or cockfighting. Oh, no, this is interesting.
What is it?
Some kind of list. Miss Sims, £500. Frida Huntingdon, £5,000. Agatha Raisin? Question mark.
Oh, dear. When I spent an evening with Paul, he told me he wanted to set up a veterinary hospital.
You spent an evening with him?
It's a free country.
Yes, fine, yes. Why would not? Yes.
And at the end of the evening, he asked for a donation.
A donation? What sort of an evening was it?
A donation for his veterinary hospital. Not that there was ever going to be a hospital.
I imagine not. It looks as though he needed every penny for his gambling debts.
The strange thing is, I went home early that evening. He wanted me to stay for a nightcap, but I changed my mind. But I phoned to thank him for the meal, and a woman answered, said she was his wife.
You didn't mention a wife. I thought you said his brother was the only relative.
Oh, he wasn't married. But I have a fairly shrewd idea it was your friend, Frida Huntingdon.
So you slipped out into the night and he phoned Frida. She was prepared to drop everything for him.
That's one way of putting it. But the one thing that doesn't make sense to me...
Yes?
If he was trying to con money out of people, why on earth would he kill their pets?
Well, a single woman with a cat, she loses her pet, becomes very vulnerable. And it's so much easier for Paul to move in and be sympathetic. And then maybe the best way to pay tribute to that much-loved animal is just a small donation to my hospital.
Oh, that reminds me. Chivers hasn't been fed. We'd best get back.
Just one thing, though. If he conned money out of all these people, why did they call him a miracle worker? It was only Mrs. Joseph who turned against him.
Oh, that's easy. You like opera, don't you?
Oh, well, I like the old stuff, but I do draw the line at Benjamin Britten. I mean, all those sailors and fishermen and fairies in the wood.
Yes, all right. Anyway, if you went to see Aida, and it was all done in modern dress and set on a building site in Wolverhampton, what would you tell people afterwards?
I'd say the English National Opera has a lot to answer for.
Yes, but you've just paid £100 for a load of rubbish, and that makes you an idiot. So you might say it was innovative, challenging, ahead of its time. Anything but admit you were robbed.
So all these women were waxing lyrical about the vet.
Because he screwed them for every penny they had, right. Let's get back before my cat starts eating the wallpaper.
Oh, dear. Well, I'm too old for this. If God had meant us to be out this late, he wouldn't have invented Horlicks.
Will you stop whinging and learn to live a little?
Did you ever speak to the brother?
I tried to. At Paul's funeral, but he didn't want to know. I think he loathed his brother.
So what have we got? Two brothers, both vets.
Who don't get on at all.
One named Peter and one named Paul.
James, look. There's a policeman down there.
Where?
At the other end of the lane. I think he's coming towards us.
What on earth is he going to think? It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Pretend we're lovers.
What?
What else would we be doing in a country lane in the middle of the night?
Badger watching.
Do I really look the type?
No, fair point. Yes.
Put your arms around me.
Look, is this absolutely essential?
Do you want to spend the night in a police cell?
No, right. Where do I put my arms? Up here?
A little bit lower.
Good Lord.
Kiss me.
No, I really do think that's quite unnecessary. Sorry.
Kiss me again.
Well, I suppose if it does add to the overall verisimilitude, then I may as... Well...
Just keep in this position. Don't move. Stay very, very close.
Agatha, please, can you stick to the passenger seat or you'll set off the... horn.
Quiet. He's looking in.
Oh, dear.
He's gone.
Thank goodness for that.
You don't need to sound quite so relieved.
Right. Well, if the coast is clear, home, James, and don't spare the horses.
Well, I think you did that rather well for a beginner.
Mrs. Raisin, there are some things in life one doesn't wish to be given marks out of 10 for.
Pity. I would have put you down for at least 7.5.
Do you know, when that policeman went past, I was almost inclined to give myself up and get arrested. At least that sort of thing wouldn't happen to me in prison.
You really have led a sheltered life, James, haven't you? Chivers! Mommy's home! Where are you? There's no need to sulk. I haven't exactly had a fun-packed evening either. Chivers! Come on! Where are you? Chivers! Come on! Chivers! Chivers, please!
Let me pour you some more tea, Mrs. Raisin. What makes you quite so sure she was abducted?
Because Chivers can't open doors. I'm sorry to take it out on you, Mrs. Bloxby, but it's all been such a shock.
Oh, don't worry, my dear. There's quite a search party out looking for her. Mrs. Mason, Mrs. Harvey from the village shop. Oh, and I even saw James Lacey on his knees with a tin of tuna fish, which was quite a sight, I can tell you.
Before I got Chivers, I didn't know you could worry so much about another creature. Now, I wish I could go back to being selfish.
Oh, you don't mean that. Now, I knew you wouldn't be in the mood for eating much, but I have brought along a very nice pineapple upside-down cake.
Thanks, Mrs. Bloxby. I'll have a cigarette, if you don't mind.
Oh, well, if it helps you relax.
Oh. I seem to be the last smoker left on this planet. One day they're going to round me up and shoot me for it. So until then, I've just got to cram in as many as I can manage.
Mrs. Raisin, At times like this, I'm really glad I live in a village. I mean, everyone's turned out to help. I've got the whole of the Castle Ladies Society combing people's gardens. Oh, all except Frida Huntington.
Well, she's never liked my cat or me, come to think of it.
Oh, no, she's far too busy with her new gentleman friend. I think she said they were going into Evesham.
Do you know who this old flame is?
Oh, it's Mr. Bladen. Don't you know?
Paul Bladen is dead.
No, the other one, the brother, Peter. Apparently they had a relationship some years ago, but Frida broke it off. Then they met again at the funeral, and although it seems a strange place to find romance, somehow the flame was rekindled.
Mrs. Bloxby, do you mind? I have to go somewhere.
Oh, is something the matter?
I think I know where my cat is.
You've reached the answer phone of James Lacey. Sorry I'm not available at the moment, but please do leave a message.
James, where are you? Oh, sorry, I know. You're looking for Chivers. It's 8 o'clock in the evening, and I'm in Evesham. I'm about to break into Peter Bladen's surgery. If I'm not back by 10 o'clock, then will you please...
Well, Frida, how's your foie gras?
Delectable. Oh, Peter, I'm so glad to be back with you. You're on the side of the angels. And I've spent so long with little devils.
Like my brother.
Oh, poor Paul. He was such a dreamer, but he meant well.
That's one way of looking at it.
Did you know I put £5,000 in a fund for his veterinary hospital?
You and God knows how many others. He was like a black hole. People kept giving him money, but he still died in debt.
Is there any way I could get it back, do you think?
We'll see. When the sale of the house comes through and I've paid off his debts.
Thanks. Do you know there are still people in the village believe he was murdered?
Oh, it's villages for you. In a city, your next-door neighbour could be a serial killer and you'd turn a blind eye, wouldn't want to get involved.
You'd be lucky if you knew your neighbour's name.
Yes, right. But in a village, someone dies and everyone's gossiping. It's got to be murdered.
Yes. Though it didn't help Mrs. Joseph's going so soon afterwards. I told you Mrs. Raisin was convinced she'd found poison in the woods.
Yes. Hopefully she'll be too busy looking for a cat to do any more snooping. More wine.
Peter.
Yeah?
How did you know about Agatha's cat?
I saw the search party on my way here.
I thought you came here straight from work.
Please, don't give me the third degree. It's been a rough few days and I just wanted a nice quiet evening.
I'm sorry.
Now, if you don't mind, I've got a few things to check at my surgery and I really need an early nut.
Peter, no, don't go, please.
Chivers, are you in here? Chivers? Chivers, there you are. Hold on, I'll get you out. Oh, are you all right? Oh, thank God he hasn't hurt you. Come on, you're safe now.
Well. Our very own Miss Marple.
Peter, so you're a kidnapper on top of everything else.
Stand back, up against the wall.
You wouldn't dare touch me.
I think I would. Do you know what's in this bottle?
I imagine you're going to tell me.
Immobilon. A syringe full of this can knock out a horse, so just imagine what it does to a human.
Like your dearly departed brother.
Was he human? You could have fooled me.
Stay away from me. The police are already on their way, so don't make things worse.
Oh, they're on their way, are they? They just sent you on ahead.
I left a message with them. I told them what you did to Paul and Mrs. Josephs.
This little message of yours, did you mention what Paul did to me? When we were in partnership, the thousands of pounds of debt, the theft, the lies, he bankrupted me.
It is still not worth taking a life for.
I didn't take his life for that. When I found out he robbed me, I sent him to Carsley. I told him, get my money back by any means possible.
Well, you should be proud of him. He did his best to swindle me.
Well, you can afford it. And if he spent the night with you, I think he earned it. But then he moved on to Frida, the only woman I had loved, and there are some people too precious to be wounded, to be hurt.
So you killed him for that?
I'm a vet, Mrs. Raisin. My job is to remove cancerous tissue, and that's what I did with Paul.
He was your brother.
We're not the first. Do you know why Cain killed Abel? Because Abel was the pretty one, the one who always got his own way.
Look, what he's done is done. And if you let me and Chivers go, I'll say no more about it, and you and Frida can start all over again.
So the police aren't on their way then? Well, that makes things a lot easier. 200 milligrams, that should do the trick.
Go on, Chivers. Go! Come on, all of you, let's get out of here.
Leave those animals alone.
No, We're all getting out of here.
Peter Bladen, I'm arresting you on 2 charges of murder and 1 attempted murder. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. Do not mention
Agatha, are you all right?
James, I have never been so pleased to see anyone in my life.
This way, Mr. Bladen.
I got your message. In future, will you please leave the heroics to people who are suitably qualified?
James, there are some things in life which are too important to leave to the professionals.
Thank God you're alive. Now, let's get these animals somewhere safe.
Oh, Chipper. And so D.C. Wong took Mr. Bladen into custody, and I got Chivers back, safe and sound.
Oh, Mrs. Raisin, thank you so much. What an amazing story. Well, ladies, unfortunately, we've had to postpone Mrs. Mason's Turkish belly dancing yet again. But don't worry, Mrs. Mason, I'm sure we'll get round to you next week.
Oh, and may I just thank everyone for the search party. Peter Bladen didn't stand a chance against the women of Carsley.
Oh, don't mention it, Mrs. Raisin. It's always nice to have a poke about in other people's gardens.
Hey, thank you, Mrs. Mason.
Just one thing, though.
Yes?
Now, I enjoyed your story. In particular, the bit where you pinned Peter against the wall, you shoved his hands in the filing cabinet, and you held him tight till the police got there.
Well, it's astonishing what you can do when adrenaline kicks in.
Oh, I discovered that in my karate classes. So then, are you planning to sue the police? Because they're insisting they overpowered him.
Well, we all have our interpretation of events.
Thank you, Mrs. Mason. Well, I don't know about you ladies, but I think Mrs. Raisin should form her very own detective agency. Maybe with Mr. Lacey alongside you.
Oh, like Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson, or that Poirot and Mrs. Marple.
Oh, yes.